Welcome to Kent Park here in NDG for this League Baseball Féminin Quebec playoff game between the U-11B Warhawks and the NDG White Bobcats. Warhawks are 1-1, and a victory for them would be extremely well. First off, the Warhawks, in order to finish first in the pool and play against the Gatineau region winner, what they have to do first here is win, and then second, hope that NDG Red and DDO don't have a result, like there's a tie, or DDO would have to win, or sorry, NDG Red would have to win. NDG Red has lost both of their games thus far, including a 2-1 decision last weekend at the hospital field. But then yet the Danu Deer leading things off. And 4 pitches missed the strike zone, so it's tee time. You get 1 crack off the tee, but in U-11B you can go places besides first base off the tee. She hits this one, a comeback to the pitcher, scooped up, the throw to first is in time, 1 away. Leticia Ambarale on the mound for NDG, and in steps the number 2 hitter, Johnny Charles. Honey Charles and then Brylan DeLille up for the Girl Hawks here in the top half of the first. Honey lays off. 2-0. Be interested to see who the Girl Hawks give the ball to on the mound for this evening's game. The other game that was supposed to be happening to our right over here between DDO and NDG. Instead, that field got flooded. So those 2 teams had to move to Keller Park. Here's a 3-0. 3-1. Ball 4. T. Or no, sorry, full count. 3-2. Fouled. 7th pitch of this at-bat is coming up right now. Umbrella takes a look. The full count offering. Not in there. Tea time. Girl Hawks assistant coach Gohan Dogos Montour steps out. You get 1 crack off the tee here in U11, or 11B. It's whacked, and that'll get through to the outfield. And Charles has a single. So Honey's over at first. And in steps the third batter, Rylan DeLille. DeLille played with the U-9 mixed Warhawks last year, team that made it all the way to the regional championships, championship game. Rylan watches strike one go by. Outside, 1-1. Patty Mayo, the 4-hitter, the cleanup hitter, standing in on the on-deck circle. Strike two. Honey Charles on first, one out. That's low. Full count. Actually, what they do here in U-11 now is it's actually 3 balls, 3 strikes, and then once they get to a third ball, it's tee time. Only 1 base off the tee if you're batting. That's strike 3. Two down. And in will stand Patty Mayo, the cleanup hitter. Yago Albany on the on-deck circle here for the Girl Hawks. Outside, ball 1. Outside, ball 2. That's in there. That's in there. And Ambarelli is 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. It won't be here. There's a deep shot at the shallow center. Caught. And that will take care of this inning. Three outs for the Girl Hawks. Bobcats coming up the bat. We're back here, and a hit by pitch. Kiana Kusha taking one from Sophia Tuak, so the Bobcats have a lead runner on to start this bottom of the first inning. Matty Patterson getting the start. Avia Kuliak in right. Gardahawi Loft, the call up from U9, is in center. And Elizabeth Monick, I believe, is in the left here for the Girlhawks. First pitch swinging, and that's fouled back, strike one. Brylan DeLille over at third. But then you have the Denu Deers over at second. Dogo Albany at first. And that pitch is outside and a little high, or inside and high. Honey Charles over at short. Here we go. Good pitch, and that's fouled off, strike two. On Patterson. Umberali over at on the on deck circle. That is strike three, one down. That strikeout brought to you by Find the Queen over at Mohawk Super Bingo. One down for the Bobcats here. And standing at the bat is the aforementioned Leticia Amberale. Outside. Outside, 2-0. One down here in the bottom of the first. No score. And there's a swing and a miss. Good pitch by Tuax. Outside corner. They're yelling at some kids. They're telling some kids that are close to us to move away. Now there's actually like two fields in one. There's a swing and a miss, strike two. It's two fields in one. And there's no real divider. Obviously just meant for small ball. Which it could have been quite beneficial, at least, like, you know, from a visual point, to know what the score is. If we had the DDO NDG game, the NDG red game going on over here outside, and it's tea time. Now, this is when, if you're the outfielders, you got to move a little back, because you know she's going to probably be swinging all out. I don't know if she's going to just try to make contact. If you're deer, you're at second base, you got to watch out. You got a right-hander. It's going to be your turn to cover second base if the ball's hit the short. And if you're Charles over at short, ball's hit to the opposite side, you're covering second. Only get one crack off the tee here. It's skied. Caught by the pitcher. Throw to first, not in time. Eva Clark will now stand in. And meanwhile, the runner, Koshan, got hit by the throwback to first, got hit in the back of the leg. Looks like she's all right, but I know for a fact there's no way that tickles. Strike one. That's hit into the left, or to right. Throw to second base, picked up. And the Bobcats have a 1-0 lead. Eva Clark with a 1-run double, and the Bobcats strike first here in the bottom half of inning number 1. 2 down. And Annabelle Busby will now stand in. Swings late, strike 1. The all-important first run of the ball game right there. A tie or a win gets the Bobcats into the next round. I don't know if they have like an all-around round robin and then only the top team advances, or the top 2. Whoa. Kahnawake kept their hopes alive by winning last week at home over NDG Red 2-1. That was on the Thursday night. U16's eliminated at 1-1, so that in that division, DDO will advance to play either the Gatineau Rapids Blanc or the Gatineau Rapids Blue. Upstairs and away. And that pitch is behind the batter. And it is tea time here for the Bobcats. Clark is on second. She's running on any ball that's hit here. Here, Wesley Charles, head coach, screaming out. Plays the first here. Comebacker to the pitcher. Well, the first is in time, and that will take care of the Bobcats in the bottom of the first. 1-0 NDG after one. You're watching Warhawks baseball on Baby Boo Memories. Welcome back to Kent Park, top of the second. 1-0 lead, NDG White on top of the Kahnawake Girlhawks here on Baby Blue Memories. Brandon Bordeaux with you, deep in the trenches of center field. Yogo Albany leading things off here for Kahnawake. And she sent a shot to third. Slow roller, throw down to first, not in time. And Albany reaches first base with a single. And now standing into bat is the pitcher, Sophia 2X. Albany on first. Here's the pitch. Low. Avi Akuliak standing on the on-deck circle. Elizabeth Monick will follow her. That's in there. To a 1 the count. And she hits this one to first. That gets through to the outfield. Runners are going. Runners safe at second, and each runner is now on second and third. The Warhawks have 2 in scoring position. And Avi Akuliak stands in with 2 Girlhawks in scoring position. One nothing lead here for NDG White, but the Girlhawks are knocking on the door. Too high. Outside. Elizabeth Monick on the on-deck circle. And Akuliak gets the tee here. Slow roller. Runners going. They get the out at first, and this game is tied Avia Kuliak gets a sacrifice RBI. Runners each advance, one scores, runner goes to third. Avia Kuliak did her job. She did her job right there, and she's tied it up. And Elizabeth Monick now will stand in with a runner on third base, one down. Trying to give the Girlhawks the lead here. Outside. Bogarta Howie Loft on the on-deck circle. In there. This game is tied here 1-1. In there. Inside. That's in there, strike three. 2 outs. Bogarta Howie Loft now standing in. But then yet the Denu Deer stands in on the on-deck circle. Here's Loft, the call up from U9. She holds off on the outside stuff. Here's one thing we know, over at third, 2X is pretty fast. So if you hit like if you get the tee here and you get a slow roller down the line at third, 2X might be a good bet to beat out any throw going to home. Tie. Loft swings and comes up empty, strike one. Strike two. Outside. Full count. Outside T-ball. So here you go. If you're Loft, you're trying to hit a roller down the line at third. Got hit by a soccer ball from a game going on. And that is a strikeout, so that'll take care of the Warhawks here in the top of the second. This game is tied 1-1. Back here at Kent Park, bottom of the second, game tied 1-1. Kahnawake U-11B Warhawks and the NDG Bobcats white. Warhawks just tied it up. Chloe Nettleship into bat for the Bobcats. Sophia Tuax is today's pitcher. We'll go to Howie Loft and Avia Kuliak in the outfield, as is Elizabeth Monick out in left. Kuliak in right, Loft in center. And then at the Denu Deer is at short. Honey Charles has moved to second. Patty Mayo behind the plate. Ryland DeLille at third. Yago Albany at first. That's outside. Tea time. And that is strike three, so one down. That strikeout is brought to you by Find the Queen at Mohawk Super Bingo. Rocks have actually made a change. I believe that's actually Mayo at short, and now Yadeni at the Denu Deer is behind the plate. Strike one from Tuax. Warhawks can't control what happens in the other game. However, if NDG Red pulls off the victory over the DDO squad, then the winner of this game advances into the next round. That's guaranteed. The Expos are 1-1, and the Red Bobcats are 0-2. So the winner of this game, all likelihood, finishes in first place. If there's either a tie or a Red Bobcats win in the other game. But we can't control that. That is a great looking pitch from Tuax, right down Old Malone Highway for strike two. Outside. Oh, that hit her. All right, so one down. Bobcats have a runner on first. One down here, runner on first for the Cats. Game tied at 1. Warhawks in purple taking on the NDG white Bobcats. It's a ball. Yeah, before the game, there was a bit of a delay because the field, we mentioned the field to our right flooded. The field over here, they were working feverishly on to make sure it was ready in time for this game over here. The other game between DDO and NDG Red had to be moved. 1 down, 1 out. 3 balls to count. Here on Ivy Darius. Or Ivy Parise. And that's ball 4 to Parise. Forget, there's the time limit here, which I believe is 1:15 at this level. First pitch was at 6:38. Here the Warhawks, get ready. If it's on the left side of the infield, try to get the tag at second, get the sure out at first though. If it's hit on the right side of that infield, if you're Charles, you're covering. You're hustling over to second.
Arrête mal intégré.
All right. That was interesting. Hit back to the pitcher to throw to first. No, it's dropped. Runners on first and second. Charlotte Seminara, number 98, now into bat for the Bobcats. 1 out here. Right now, the question I have is how much does Sophia have in the tank? She's a great pitcher, but she's a great player. You might want to think about putting someone else out there if the pitches are going awry. Watch it throwing right down the middle here to shut me up. That's exactly what she does. All right, I stand corrected. Strike. off the outside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Full count. 3-2. Ball 4, tea time. We get the out at first, 2 down. Emily Rock will now stand in here for the Bobcats. Ooh, inside. That's behind the batter. Off the plate. Ball 4. Or it's ball 3, sorry. 3-1 the count here on Rock. Ball 4, it's tea time. Out! So this game stays tied at 1. Great play by the Warhawks, and they get out of the jam. Still tied 1-1 after 2. Back to the top of the lineup here as we start the top of the 3rd inning. Game tied at 1. But then you have the Denu Deer in there, taking strike 1. From Ambarale. Game's tied at 1. Remember, a tie gets NDG in. A win for the Girl Hawks means that things could get interesting. DDO, the Expos, and the NDG Red Bobcats are playing at Keller Park. That game ends in a tie, then the winner of this game advances. Deer has grounded out 0 for 1 on the day. Two and two the count. That's strike 3. So here's Honey Charles. And Charles off the edge of the bat on the right side of the infield, that's dropped. Honey's on her horse and she'll go back to first. So she's got a single, 2 for 2 on the night for Honey Charles. And now Brylan DeLille will stand in for the Girl Hawks. Brylan struck out looking back in the first. 0 for 1 on the night. Outside corner, strike 1. Tomorrow night we'll be in Lakeshore when the U-13B Warhawks take on the Lakeshore Lynx. That'll be a 7 p.m. opening pitch. A win for the Girl Hawks could potentially punch them a spot into the final. Like over here, Kahnawake needs to win and get a little bit of help. Over there, there could already be some help. The Warhawks have lost the game, but that team has also lost. So there's a lot to be had. DeLille swings, good cut, but she comes up empty, 1 and 2. Patty Mayo on the on-deck circle. Outside. And that is strike 3, 2 outs. So here's Patty Mayo, the cleanup hitter. Patty flew out. And the Bobcats are backing up, giving Patty some respect here on with 2 outs. And you know, with 2 outs, Honey's running on anything here. Oh, and there's a shot to deep left center. Charles is on her horse. She will score. And Kahnawake has the lead 2-1. Patty Mayo, a clutch RBI double. First lead of the night for the Girl Hawks. So here's Yago Albany 1 for 1 with a single back in the top of the second. Also scored a run. Well, 2-1 Kahnawake leading. Oh, that's a strike. One and two. And that is called strike 3. Kahnawake has taken the lead. It's 2-1 Warhawks. All right, so that's strike 1. Honey Charles is now in the pitch for the Kahnawake Girlhawks, who have taken a 2-1 lead on NDG White. This is Abigail Spence-Perrin in for the Bobcats. Girlhawks leading it 2-1. So Sophia Tuax went 2 innings. There's a strike. And I believe that makes it 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball. Here's the pitch. Inside. So Mayo's at short. And then yet the Denu Deer has moved back to second. Strike 3. 1 down. That strikeout brought to you by Find the Queen at Mohawk Super Bingo. So a big first out recorded by Honey Charles. And right now we are at basically an hour and 15-ish into this game. So I'm imagining where we are, the next inning might be called open inning. It depends. I believe it's an hour 15 here at the U-11. I know at U-9 it's an hour 15. U-11 might be an hour 15, at least in the round robin. Obviously, when you get into the semifinals and the championship, there's no time limit. Outside here on Kahnawake, the leadoff hitter who has been hit by a pitch, also scored a run. Ball. Shot to short, stopped, throw to first, safe. Good hustle down that first baseline by Hushaw. Good stop by Patty Mayo, though, to keep the ball in the infield. So NDG's got a runner on first. Matty Patterson stands in 0 for 1. Struck out swinging back in the bottom of the first inning. Ball. To 1 Girl Hawks, 1 out here. In there. Okay. So sorry, I mixed up my players. Then you Deer is at first. Sophia Tuax is at second. Patty Mayo at short. Inside. Brylan DeLille at third. Monick in left. Akuliak in right. Loft in center. And Yago Albany behind the plate. Pitch missed. Three balls, 1 strike. Fouled. Strike 2. Here's the full count offering. Tea time. And if you're the Warhawks, get ready here. We've seen off the tee tonight a large amount of comebackers toward the pitcher. Except for Akuliak, which was a textbook RBI sacrifice grounder. They're having her hit towards third. Oh, that's out. Yes, they beat her. Great play by Mayo, throwing it over to Tuax, who gets the out. Patterson's on first on the fielder's choice, but that was a large defensive play for Kahnawake. Ambarelle stands in now for NDG. 2 outs. First pitch swinging and swung on a miss, strike 1. Outside. Warhawks leading it 2-1 here, bottom of the third. Low. Kahnawake 2, NDG Bobcats White 1. Outside, full count. And now it's time for the payoff pitch. Tea time. They're going to try to hit it towards the left side of the infield once again. Hit up the middle. That'll be safe. Now standing in is Ava Clark. That's an RBI double, 1 for 1 on the night. Outside. That will do it for the inning. Great play at first by Yodenya Tedenu Deer, and the Warhawks are still in front here, 2-1. Back here at Kent Field, open inning. Kahnawake U-11B Warhawks leading 2-1 over the NDG White Bobcats. That was the final score the other night when Kahnawake played against the NDG Red Bobcats. So it's the open inning. Here's Avi Akuliak getting things started. Or sorry, this is Sophia Tuax getting things started. Shobat, and then Avi Akuliak and Elizabeth Monick for the Girlhawks. Ball. That's in there. Kahnawake, by the way, the new pitcher for the Bobcats. Strike 2. That's upstairs. Ball. Tea time. One out. All right, so Avi Akuliak will now stand in for Kahnawake. And there's a shot which drops. Sorry, so they didn't actually tee it up right. Okay. So here's Avia Kuliak now with a runner on first. For Kahnawake. Inside. Upstairs. Ball. So 3 balls. So here's a 3-0. That's in there. Inside, tea time. Kuliak sends a comebacker to the mound. They'll throw to first, and they do get the out. Tuax gets to second. Avey once again making textbook contact, advancing the runner. 1 out. Runner on second for Elizabeth Monick, who struck out back in the top of the second. Oh. Fire trucks. Ball 1, by the way, on Monick. Kahnawake leading 2-1. Only going to find out tomorrow, I believe, the result of what happens in the other game. That's high and away. That's in there. Two balls on the strike. This is the open inning. Runner on second, 1 out. Ball, 3-1. That's in there. Full count. Full count here on Monarch. 2 out, 2 runner on second, 1 out. That is inside, and it is tea time. And now if you're Monarch, you can start thinking about trying to advance the runner here. There's a shot towards second. Knockdown. Throw to first is in time. They do get the out. There's 2 down. And now the Warhawks do have a runner on third. So here's Kahnawake Loft, the call-up for Kahnawake. Outside. 2-1 Warhawks here in the top of the open inning. Nettleship, Koblitz, and Parise coming up for NDG in the bottom half of this inning. That's in there. That's high. Oh, look out. 3-1. Runner on third, 2 outs. Kahnawake leading 2-1 over NDG, but extra 1 run would be just what the doctor ordered. That's in there. And it's a full count on Loft. But then you deer on deck, hoping to get a chance to bat. Here's the full count offering. That's called strike 3, and that will do it for Kahnawake. We're heading into the bottom of the 4th. Warhawks by 1. Two to 1 Warhawks leading. Bottom half of the open inning. There's strike 2, nothing to do the count. Warhawks leading at 2-1. This is Chloe. A pitch outside. Annabelle Busby and Chloe Nettleship will bat this inning for NDG, as will Sonny Koblitz, who got hit by a pitch back in the bottom of the second inning. And that's a hit by pitch. So here's Nettleship. Runner on first. First pitch to Nettleship is not in there. Deers at first. Couples is at second. Mayo at short. Brylan DeLille at third. Monic in left. Akuliak in right, and Loft in center. Kahnawake leading 2-1. China shut the door on the win here. Low. 3-0. That's in there. 3-1. Here's the pitch. That's in there. Full count. Outside. Tea time. Fix this. There we go. There's a shot to the pitcher. Throw to first is in time. There's one out. Well, she caught it. It's a double play. 2 outs. So here's Sonny Koblitz. All right, from my vantage point, I couldn't tell that she caught it. So now there are 2 outs. And Koblitz represents the last glimmer of hope here for the Bobcats after Nettleship hit into a line drive double play. What a grab at the mound by the pitcher, Honey Charles. And now NDG down to their last out. Ball. This game brought to you by Find the Mohawk Super Bingo. That's in there. Two outs here. Warhawks trying to slam the door shut after a line drive double play. Outside. Ball 3. That is in there, and Kahnawake wins it. The game is in the refrigerator, the bacon is shaken, and the chicken is marinating, and the Kahnawake Warhawks get the win 2-1, and the Warhawks have taken care of business here. They need NDG Red to beat DDO at Keller Field. If NDG Red beats or ties DDO at Keller Field, then the Warhawks advance to the next round. That takes care of our events here at Kent Field. Your final score: Warhawks 2, Bobcats 1. I'm Brandon Bordeaux for Baby Blue Memories on Agiwahi.